Secrets of Top-Selling Agents with your hosts, Deborah Helleran and Mel McMurrin.
Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Deb Halloran, producer and host of Secrets of Top-Selling Agents, and with me today, as always, in our Cobb Mountain studio is our sound engineer and co-host, Mel McMurrin. Good morning, Mel.
Good morning. I'm a video engineer today.
You are, that's right. That's very exciting. And I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker today, Raj Qsar, who is a rising video and social media speaker on all the real estate circuits.
And Raj is the owner of Boutique Real Estate Group, specializing in HDR photography, HD video, HDV tours,
staging and interior design, custom graphics and design, SEO, and social media engagement.
Named one of Inman's top 100 most influential real estate leaders for 2013, he's produced one of the top 20 real estate videos for 2012. Goodbye, hello, and we're going to see it later today.
Raj is the top 99 of realtors on Twitter and national speaker and ambassador for Inman Real Estate Connect, Agent Reboot, Explaid, and Rex Annual. And I am very happy to introduce today's secret speaker, Raj Qsar. Welcome, Raj.
Hey, Deb and Mel. Thanks so much for having me today.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you. You've got some great tips on video, no matter actually what your budget is. So, but before we start, do you want to talk at all about all of these HDR, HD, and HDV tours and so on that you're doing?
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. So, first of all, I'm Raj Qsar with the Boutique Real Estate Group, and we literally are a boutique real estate team right in the heart of Orange County, California. And we've brought all the multiple hats that most real estate agents wear on a day in, day out basis. We've brought that all in-house. So we have the ability to control all of that and bring really the best possible experience to our clients. So we started off with HDR photography. HDR stands for High Dynamic Range Photography, where the camera actually pre-processes and then software post-processes every single photo. And then after that, our in-house graphic designer physically touches every single photo to ensure the proper color correction and then also add some digital enhancements. So we actually have a lot of fun like that. Today we'll be talking about HD video, so I won't go into that too much, but we've also, and maybe Mel could drop this in the chat room, a link for an HDV tour. This is really cool technology where it's a camera that basically sits on a tripod and does 360s in every room, and you're able to digitally hotspot certain rooms where our clients, whether on mobile, tablet, or on their desktop, can digitally walk through every room. So we kind of tag this as not your mama's virtual tour. We also have a couple in-house stagers that work just for us. So just about every listing that we take on is staged and designed by us. From the inside to the outside to anything and everything in between. And we touched on this also. We've got an in-house graphic artist and graphic designer who customizes brochures, print material, web marketing, and ads for every listing in every home. So everyone gets a custom designed package that's unique for that property, for that city and that neighborhood. And then we are a little bit geeky too, I have to admit. So we're really SEO nerds. So search engine optimization, whether on any search platform, and we really try to engage with everyone who talks to us on social media. So that's a little bit about us there, Deb and Mel.
Thank you, Raj. And then the next slide, what are you not going to tell us?
Right. Well, let me just start with this. First of all, I want to thank Deb and Mel for having me today and having Homes.com sponsor this. And I remember my passion, or I could say my infatuation with video marketing. And I remember the actual day that it started. It was back in 2010. And a lot of people on my team make fun of me because they say way back in 2010. But it was a long day. And just finally got the kids down to bed. I've got 3 kiddos. Finally got them down to bed. And I was in the living room with my wife. And we're just kind of debriefing on the day, which I'm sure many of you do out there. We kind of look at each other, and the house is super quiet. The kids are down, the lights are off downstairs, and we kind of look at each other, and we know we have a moment. We've got an opportunity that doesn't happen too much. So she looks at me, I look at her, and what do? We do what every normal and married Orange County couple does. She grabs the remote and turns on the Orange County Housewives, and I grab my iPad, and I start searching for video and real estate because I knew that was the next level. I knew I had to tap into that potential of Google and YouTube that I wasn't really capitalizing on back at that time.
Right.
So with my searching, I came across a handful of agents who were really doing things at a different pace. And it wasn't your typical Blair Witch Project style video that a lot of agents were doing. And it wasn't your typical photo slideshow that a lot of agents were doing. They were really impressing me, and I was literally taken away. I was really captured in the moment because they were putting lifestyle and community ahead of real estate. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're on Twitter, you can tweet that out because they were putting lifestyle before real estate. And that really made a big impression on me because you really got lost in how these people were living. You really felt like you were part of that community. And oh, by the way, they were selling a home at the same time. So it really made me want to watch the entire length of that video. And really, it took me away. It took me somewhere away from like a salesy atmosphere. Anyway, so that's a bit of my introduction. But for all of you out there, what I am not going to tell you, okay? I'm not here today to tell you that Google owns YouTube, because I'm sure many of you know that. And I'm not here to tell you that the largest search engine in the entire known universe, Google, owns the largest video search platform in the entire universe. I am not here to tell you that. I'm not here to tell you that Google and YouTube speak the same language. I am not here to tell you that. I'm not here to tell you that if you upload a video to YouTube, that YouTube gives it a specific URL, something like www.youtube.com/XYZ123. I'm not here to tell you that. And I'm not here to tell you that that specific URL is a language that Google highly understands and comprehends. So if you are someone or an agent in a specific hyperlocal market and you have a consistent voice on YouTube with that specific URL, it's going to speak to Google. And Google is going to recognize that presence for you, that agent in that hyperlocal city or town, and rank you higher on organic searches. So all of us out there are trying to rank on page 1 of Google. Is that right? Of course we are. Why are we trying to rank on page 1 of Google? It's because page 2 of Google does not exist, in my opinion. So you could tweet that out. Page 2 of Google does not exist. So what I'm trying to say is if you have a specific URL, we could talk about short tails and long tails and how specific URL tails attracts the attention of Google search engines. But I'm not here to talk to you about that. Okay, if you're not a geek like all of us at the Boutique Real Estate Group, and if you're not into SEO and that's not your language, well, point number 2 is what I want to talk to you about. Some of the most successful listing agents in my area are super competitive. You talk to them on the phone or you text them or you meet them in real life, they're not giving you any secrets. They're not talking to you at all. But let me tell you what, they are shooting video. And the most successful listing agents are super competitive. And if you're not an SEO geek and you're not into Google and YouTube and URLs and short tails and long tails and trying to rank on page 1 of Google organically or running paid ads on Google so you could beat out all the big dogs on page 1 of Google, then you probably are super competitive. And that's why you're on this call today, because you want to learn how to shoot video. Next slide. So probably why you are here today is because what I am going to tell you. Okay, shooting video gives us an opportunity to tell a story, right? So you are that hyperlocal expert. You know that home on that street, in that neighborhood, in that city, better than anyone else. And if you don't, you really should, because you are that hyperlocal resource to the community. What's so great is that video gives us a chance to tell a story. And if you are that hyperlocal expert, you've got that voice, whether you're blogging or doing video, that you get to create the story for that. And it takes us out, let me step back. It takes us out of the monotony of all the crazy disclosures and forms and the 300 pages of a contract that we're reading with escrow and title and all our disclosures. It really gets you out of that and gives you a chance to be the director and to create something that's you and that's original. So that's point number 3. You get to be creative and original, and you get to have fun. And that's why a lot of agents who have embraced video and the type of video I'm talking about today are really renewing themselves and giving themselves a second chance at a career in an industry that they get to have so much fun in. Next slide. This is what we used to call video. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
All right, Mel, Deb, this is just absolutely killing me. I mean, the funeral parlor music in the background, the slow pans of this home. I mean, this is, you guys, everyone listening out there, this is not a video, okay? This is a photo slideshow. This is something that anyone on any program, any agent can make. And you know what? We really thought we were like hot stuff back when we had this listing. And might I say, this is a $1.6 million listing in the hills of Orange County with panoramic, 280-degree city lights, Catalina Island, and Pacific Ocean views, okay? This home is absolutely mouth-watering and to die for. But we thought we were so hot because we created this, what we called video at the time, to showcase this home. Okay, this was then, okay? Okay, it's not now. This is not acceptable. No one on our team is allowed to even do this. I mean, it's physically in the contract that our agents signed that they're not allowed to do this type of video.
And Raj, this type of video is not about lifestyle.
No, there's nothing here that engages anybody. You know, and it doesn't make me want to watch. I can't even watch it, and we did this. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So if I can't watch my own video, who is going to watch it?
Right.
This is what video needs to look like. So for those of you that got to see that photo slideshow set to the funeral parlor music, this is what encapsulates everything that we did a couple years ago. So in my mind, we were doing such great things, and I was getting calls from local agents from across the country, brokers, brokerages saying, oh my gosh, how are you doing this? How are you putting this together? How do you afford this kind of stuff? Well, we knew we had something special there. And my mind just starts racing. And I don't get a lot of sleep because I'm always thinking of what I could do next. How could I bring the best experience, not only for the agents that are on our team, but for our consumers who we're dealing with day in and day out. So we put together kind of like a collage, video, V-tour, photos, and set to music, and then did little intros to everyone on the team that was on our team at the time we did this video, and set it to some rock star music, and then did a little blooper at the end. So in my mind, this is what video needs to look like. And for all of you listening out there, if you start kind of tapping your foot or your head starts bobbing in and out, I know that you're into this video. Okay, let's roll it.
Okay. Am I on video right now? I am? Oh. All right. Okay, here we go.
All right, great. That was, what a change. What a difference.
Yeah, what a complete transformation. And all the rage right now throughout the country is building teams, and everyone's talking about having a team because agents cannot do all of this by themselves. And you could definitely tweet that out. It takes an army to pull something off like that. It's video, it's production, it's editing, it's photography, it's equipment, it's people getting the home ready for you so you could actually shoot the video and take the photos. It's every light on, every candle flickering, every fireplace on, the fountains in the pool going, the fountain in the front yard trickling away. I mean, it's all of that. It creates emotion. It stirs people's emotions. And there's a little snapshot of our team. It's not everyone, but it's just about everyone right there. And these guys really deserve all the credit for pulling all this off. We were talking a little bit earlier about creating the story, and nobody knows the neighborhood like you. And that's the great opportunity about video, is that you get to create this hyper-local presence in your neighborhood where you get to feature the community. You get to feature things that most buyers would want to know about that community. Where does everyone eat? Where does everyone take their laundry? What's the hottest sushi place in town? I mean, these are the things where you get to build relationships, and not only with the community, but people who are in the community actually working in the community. I mean, great ideas for creating stories with the local sushi shop or the golf club or the farmer's market, or maybe once a month in the summer they do a car show, or maybe they have music in the park events during the summer. I mean, things like this really get you in the neighborhood, and it allows you to be the secret sauce. It allows you to be the person that's not being that salesy, looking for that next deal, but creating a relationship with someone in real life that you get to take into your business world.
Hey Raj, Becky just was asking that video we just showed seemed like a commercial for your agency, and that's true, right?
Well, that was just basically a thank you to all our clients. We sent that out in multiple platforms to our clients just to say thank you for giving us an opportunity to serve them. But really, we got to showcase what we are capable of.
I see.
And the power of that, whether when you're not in front of someone, whether it's online, or you're in front of someone where you're trying to get the listing, or even trying to get a chance to work with a buyer, they see something like this and they make an instant connection with you, and they know you're someone who is professional, not doing this just to close a deal, but someone who's really invested in our industry.
Right. Okay, good. Now we've got a video coming up that's about a home in your area. 64
White Sage is in a city called Irvine. I mean, literally dead center of Orange County. Irvine's known for being one of the safest cities in Orange County, having some of the top-rated public schools. Also, University of California, Irvine, or UCI, is there. They've got great hospitals. I mean, there's so much to do in the city. Great nightlife and entertainment, outdoor shopping malls. And we knew that we really had to showcase that. And the home was almost secondary. And what's really interesting about this is I mean, we're real deal agents. I mean, we're feet on the ground. We talk with buyers. We talk with sellers all the time. And when we met with these sellers back in December, there was really no comps to justify a sales price that they were wanting to achieve. I mean, we know this trend happening across the country for the last year or so, low inventory, low interest rates, not a ton of stuff on the market, which also results in not a lot of comparables. As the market's going up, there's not a lot of stuff to comp out your particular listing. So in this particular example, we were thinking a list price of like $750,000 for this home at this time in December. That's not what the sellers wanted, and I knew that wouldn't get them the up-leg transitional home because they were upsizing. So we knew we had to not only produce, stage, do awesome photography, have a great print and online campaign, but we really had to pull at heartstrings to showcase this area and then push that out on various social channels to try to get the most amount of eyeballs on this particular home. So again, I go back to building teams. What's really fun is our team has a secret group on Facebook, and we talk in there a lot. It's almost like our CRM in a sense. We're all on there every day, and this particular home, we got a chance to hire 2 actors. I mean, real live actors with CVs, and we had about 8 actors that interviewed for the part. We put them all up in our Facebook group, and we had the team decide like which guy would look best with which girl, who's got the best personality, who's available on like for a full day of shooting. Like, how could we pull this off? So it got the whole team engaged and wanting to be a part of this video. So with that said, that's the opening. So let's roll it.
Hands full of lemon drops all disappear. All lips like children, the voices we hear, they're all smiles, they're all smiles, they're all smiles. Ring through the sky like a bicycle bell, light up the stars with the stories we tell. We're all smiles, we're all smiles, we're all smiles.
lot of what we do on our team is focused on $1 million plus homes, and that just happens to be our market. But like any agency or brokerage, we don't say no to listings. We just don't. So we had opportunity to present a $1 million presentation to homes that are, $300,000, $400,000. We have the capability of doing that. And so what happens when you're able to present a home that's maybe $300,000, $400,000, the way someone would present a $1 million listing, is you're definitely going to create a buzz in that community. You have a chance to raise the bar. Let me say that again. You have a chance to raise the bar in your hyper-local neighborhood. If you're an agent whose price point is $300,000 and you have the ability to, for once or twice a year, produce a video that really stirs your client's emotions, creates a presence, you're able to push it out socially on multiple channels, be genuine and engage with people, and let people know about the video, you're really going to create a buzz. So I've got a great example of an agent on our team, Jeremy Lehman. He's at Jeremy Lehman on Twitter. You can follow him. He did a great video, and I'll tweet the link out on Twitter, but it was a $300,000 condo in Orange County. It was a luxury low-rise condo that he really wanted an opportunity to break into this little market in this condo high-rise. Well, we produced a video. That's the photo that you guys see on the screen right now with a little dog and an actor who, by the way, she did it for very, very little money to add to her, CV. But we were able to produce something, and then Jeremy did a cameo in the video. So what happened? We created a buzz. People started talking about it. Not only did we set a price record for this particular model in this condo complex, but Jeremy got also 3 other listings in that same condo complex because of the video. So what you do socially and on the web creates a digital footprint that lasts. So you're going to have an opportunity to create something, not only in real life, in the moment, but something that lasts over time. And then that's what you get to do with video, where photos maybe come and go, but video really lives. It gets into people's heart, and it pulls at their heartstrings, and it creates an emotion if you do it right. So real quick, if I backtrack to the last one, 64 White Sage, just so you guys know the return on that. Remember I said that we were looking for a list price of about $750. Well, after we staged the home and took awesome photos, created a print and web campaign, and then pushed the video out everywhere, someone on Facebook liked it on our business page, the video, and their friend saw and liked it, right? So we did a promoted post or a sponsored story on that video. It was a like of a like of a like, basically, who told their agent. They came into the home, and we set a price record for the home. It ended up selling for $825, all cash, closed in 14 days. Because of the video, that, if we just did the video, someone may not have seen it, but we did a video and pushed it socially and ran an ad to the video that someone liked and liked and liked it, and they saw it, told their agent, and they came and saw it and bought the house. Yeah, so this is all about stirring emotions, and I'll let you see this 30-second video of this home, 4350bobwhite.com. Once again, 30-second video, pulling at emotions, not Blair Witch Project style. 2 videographers, one just outside the pool, one in the pool with his bathing suit on, 13 actors, 3 cars. You'll see the full-length video on our YouTube channel. But this is a 30-second clip, and I'll tell you the story in the back end of this after we roll it. And now I know all of you, everyone listening in right now is like, what's the big deal about that? Who cares? Well, let me tell you the return here. Okay, so we have a channel on our YouTube called Movie Trailers, and we've kind of almost gotten away from calling these videos now to calling them mini movies. But we're doing these trailers, and someone asked on my Twitter stream there, how long does it take to produce something and then get it out? For us, it's about a week. Okay, so to answer your question, about a week to get it out. So here is the great thing about video and stirring people's emotions. That 30-second video clip, we ran the sponsored story on Facebook on our business page, okay? We knew we had something really special because the minute we pushed that out, we had a lot of engagement on a 30-second video clip. So we did an email campaign where we emailed the video to our sphere. And if you guys know a little bit about click-through rates for email campaigns in our industry in real estate, the average is about 18%. So let me paint the picture. You send 100 emails to 100 people, right? You get 18 people that actually open up the email. Okay, that's average. You're doing okay, right? If you send an email out and 20-25% open it up, you've got a good subject line, or maybe your content is good and people are kind of sort of interested, so they click and they open it up. You have a 30 to 40% click-through rate, you've got a serious following. You've got thousands of followers who kind of want to know what you're up to and what you're doing. Okay, 50% plus click-through rate. Once again, 100 emails out and 50 people opening them up. You get to host conferences. You're on a roadshow. You are called the email guru, right? Okay, we don't consider ourselves email guru. We're just super creative and we're hyper local. We sent that 30-second video clip out, and we had a 55% click-through rate on our email campaign. Let me say that again. We sent that 30-second video of those 6 kids jumping in the pool and swimming across, right? There's really nothing about a house in there, right? There's a link to the property website, and that's it. Had a 55% click-through rate. A lot of people out there who do email marketing know that if you had a 55%, you'd be like, holy smoke, shut the front door. I can't believe it. That's absolutely amazing. So that's where you get to pull on people's heartstrings. You get to pull on their emotions. They wanted to know what those kids were up to. Why are they in a pool? Why are they jumping? Why are they so excited? Why are all the parents sitting around the outside of the pool watching the kids jump in? What's going on with this home? I hope that really resonates with you guys because it's so important, okay? This is not, like I said in San Francisco at a conference I was at, this is not Blair Witch Project meets Orange County Housewives. This is not what we're doing here. We are pulling emotions. We're hyper-local. We're feet-on-the-street real estate agents who want to create an experience for our consumers that brings them back to us and also brings us more referrals, right? Because that's the return. We want to continually selling out. We want to be continually selling homes. We also want to do that at a level and pace that exceeds all our competition, but that's another webinar. So this is what you need. So here's the slide. You need a mindset. You need to change your mindset. Most agents are so excited when they get that listing appointment phone call that when they meet the people, they're really not even listening to them, okay? They're walking through the home. They're looking at granite countertops. They're looking at crown molding. They're looking at outdoor cabanas. They're looking at stainless steel appliances and wood floors flown in from the south of France. Okay, that is all important, right? But you need to change your mindset. That home on White Sage that we all saw the video on, the idea for that, which we call a date night video, that idea for that came during the listing presentation. While I was sitting there with our sellers, this is what they told me. We're walking through the house. We're looking at the home. I'm like, oh, great. You got a couple kids. Do you have a couple kids? They're like, yeah. I said, well, where are they? I'd love to meet them. They're like, oh, they're at my in-laws' house. We're having a date night after we meet with you. Light bulb goes on over my head, date night. So hence the storyline for that video on White Sage is a date night video. You got the husband and wife cruising through the home. They miss their kiddos, but they still want to have some quality couple time. So they go to the Irvine Spectrum in the heart of Orange County, cruise around, do the thing, jump on the Ferris wheel, and then head over to the Great Park to jump in that huge hot air balloon to go up in the sky and have a view of all of Orange County. So that brings me to number two, the idea and the storyline, right? It's not you, the agent, walking through the home with an iPhone hooked with a little camera that you bought for $10 off eBay, right? That's not what we're doing. It's the idea, it's the story of that hyper-local presence that you've created in that community. When you out and you're not really talking about real estate, you've had a long day and people are like, hey, we saw that video on YouTube. That was amazing. You know you're on the right track. What's so great, once again, and I keep saying this word and you could tweet this out if you're on Twitter, but hyper-local. I've been talking and preaching about hyper-local real estate really since I got my license, right? It's all about being hyper-local and starting right there, ground level, and working out because we cannot be the king of all of Southern California or all of Orange County. It's absolutely impossible to do that. Locations matter. Just like in real estate, location, 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 the location of your story, your idea, your mindset matters. Are you on a beachfront community? Do people have docks on the end of their home, or are you lakeside? Are you up in the mountains? Are you in the desert? What do people like to do in those locations, right? You need to capture that and bring that in to your video because once again, remember, you're the secret sauce. You are the director. You get to create this presence and this image that you get to push out to everyone. And number four, for a lot of the agents on my team who are just joining like my team or you're just wanting to get your feet wet with video takes patience, okay? You know, some of our photo shoots take, 2, 3, 4 hours on some of these larger estates. It's a labor of love, but video shoots could be all day on some of these bigger homes because it's room to room to room. It's equipment going from room to room to room, yet the entire house, because the camera doesn't hide anything, needs to be ready, right? So once again, lights on, music playing, candles flickering, fireplaces on, every fountain going, every accessory that this homeowner has put into this home is on and kicking. So it's a labor of love and it takes a long time, but the return, and I'll say this and I said this all the time, the return that video has given me and our team has probably been the best ROI that we've ever had regardless of anything, okay? Facebook was huge, right? Enormous, but video and doing Facebook with that and pushing it out socially has really given us the greatest return on anything that we've done. Next slide. Okay, so for those of you who want to get into this and you're like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? Well, you know, there's extra special secret sauce. So you're the secret sauce, right? We give you kudos, we give you credit, you're a rock star, okay? But there's some certain things that once you do that walkthrough in the home and you get kind of your feet wet with video, there's cars that you can incorporate. And we're really fortunate that a lot of our clients have super nice cars, right? So they got Jaguars and Porsches and Ferraris and Bentleys and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, no way, you want to use our car in the video? That'd be awesome. Or they're even asking us, hey, are you going to use my car? Oh, by the way, I've got a horse at the stable down the street. Can we get the horse in the video? So you get to that point where people are now calling you because of the video, because they want their home and their neighborhood showcased in the video, and you get to add these in. We had one of our agents, Ray Fernandez, who's like just really an up-and-coming star in the La Habra Heights area in like North Orange County, kind of just on the border of LA. And he had a great property. It was just over an acre. It was absolutely gorgeous. List price of $1.7 million. And he just comes to me. He's like, hey, Raj, let's jump in a helicopter. I really want to kind of showcase my city that I'm working in and marketing. Let's jump in a helicopter. This home is on an acre. There's a private golf club right next door. Let's jump in. And I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. So there's all this extra stuff that you could really do to incorporate into your videos to help you stand out.
And also, Raj, if it's a lower end home and someone can't afford to get into a helicopter, you can actually get photos of your area online. So
yeah, so, you know, Deb, that really brings up a great point, and you really reminded me there. So while we were up in the air, our team had 3 or 4 listing appointments coming up. Mm-hmm. So while we're up in the air, not only did we shoot that, we also got those listings that we were going to interview with the people that we didn't even know.
Right. Excellent.
Do you see the power of that? So when we're at the home the next day, we're like, hey, did you hear that helicopter above your home yesterday? They're like, yeah, we did. What was going on? I'm like, well, that was us, and here's the photos. This is what we're going to do for you. And talk about competition and standing out from the pack. You're going to blow everyone away.
Right. Well, you could also do the same thing in a lower end home. You could get the photo off the internet.
100%, Deb.
Yeah,
definitely.
Great. And you know, brainstorm. Someone might have a beautiful looking car, but they might have a feature that they really love, and so include them in it. I mean, that's great that you're talking that the owner gets involved with what he or she wants you to show on the video.
Absolutely agree. Okay, so this is just a little fun that I have with everyone kind of at the end of this presentation. So it's a mouthful, but I'll just read it out to you because this is really the essence of kind of what we're doing. So how do you create content that's engaging, meaningful, intentional, and genuine, and curate that content on multiple social channels to ensure increased SEO and search visibility to the most number of relevant potential consumers, and then convert basically those online leads or those individuals to real life clients? And the answer to that mouthful of a question, I think, starts with video.
Right on. We have a few questions for you.
Oh, great. I'd love it.
Yes, a lot of questions, actually. Joe wants to know, can you talk about music? Your videos have amazing music, but without music, the visuals are almost meaningless. Can you recommend certain subscription services or royalty-free?
Yeah, there's a handful of great public sites out there where you could buy music from basically like a low end of $40 to a few $100. Premiumbeats.com is a great one.
Premium Beats. Manly, can you type that out?
.com is a great one. Also songfreedom.com is another good one.
Song Freedom. Okay. Mel, do you know any?
Oh, yes. Our theme comes from the Beat Suite.
The Beat Suite.
The Beat Suite.
And also
we use a lot
Music
of music
Bakery?
from the Music Bakery. And Shockwave shockwave-audio.com.
All right, we've got a few here to get out to you. So, Joe, you should have a few there for you to look up. And John would like to know, if you're just starting out with these type of HD quality videos and editing, do you recommend producing this type of video for each new listing? Good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks so much for asking. Yeah, so for every listing that we take, we're doing some kind of video. So again, if you're going to have like a $200,000 condo somewhere out, I mean, you're not jumping in a helicopter most likely. You're not getting in a Porsche or jumping on a horse, right, to go horseback riding, right? It probably won't make a lot of sense. But what you could do on those lower end listings is maybe do like an agent tour video of the community. So the people that live in that $200,000 condo, where are they going to eat? Where are they taking their laundry? Where's the golf club? Where's the library? Do they have a street fair in that community? Because a lot of that stuff we call B-roll, that B-roll footage could be used over and over and over again in different videos in that community.
Right. Great. And James wants to know, for the lower budgets, he's actually telling us some advice. For the lower budgets, the app Videolicious is great. It also includes tons of music. Have you tried that, Raj?
No, I haven't done that, but I've been. Actually, we seem to be speaking at the same conferences all the time, the Videolicious guys. That's kind of what we're doing, but I think it's a great product, and you guys should definitely look into it.
Okay.
So, Raj, how do you find videographers? Jackie wants to know, if she can't afford a team of 15, where should she start?
Well, I think a great place to start is just researching videographers in your local community. And let me tell you what, wedding photographers during the week or wedding videographers during the week aren't doing much. They're booked on the weekends, but during the week, they would probably die at an opportunity to at least try real estate video. And some of them may have never even thought of that. So you could probably work out a really good price point for them. But some of these wedding guys have amazing equipment. And I think if you've got the vision and able to maybe negotiate a lower price point with these guys, I think that'd be a good place to start.
Good idea. Stacy says, what video equipment is used? What type of video camera could be used for agent on a budget? Good question.
Yeah, so, agent on a budget, you could, I mean, if you don't want to buy it all yourself, you could definitely go rent it. So there's a lot of places where you can rent equipment. But once again, like for me personally, I'm not a videographer. I have a vision in my mind of what I want it to look like and how I want the story to play out. But if I have to deal with aperture or ISO or change the speed or do whatever, that's not me. I can't do that. So I would highly suggest that you don't do it yourself. But for minimal investment up front, if you're going to make this part of your marketing campaign, that it's worth that initial investment to either find that local videographer, rent the equipment if your videographer that you find doesn't have it, and start there. I knew, because in the area I'm in, I called some agencies in LA and stuff, but when the cost came back and with the amount of listings that we do, I knew it wasn't possible. And after renting a few times some of the equipment, I knew that I could actually buy it and it would make more sense to me as renting a brokerage.
Right. And I'm thinking that also if you get someone in who knows what they're doing, a videographer, you can learn from them the first couple of times and then maybe take over from there. I don't know if any of your agents do that.
We have, like I said, we have an in-house videographer who shoots for us. So we own all our own equipment. So from the cameras, the lenses, the lights, the stands, the sliders, the glides, anything and everything between, we own it all ourselves.
Right. Okay, Mel, you got
Okay, yeah, here's a rough one for you. Jackie says, it seems like you're niching a preferred buyer, which might be a turnoff to other buyers with regard to potential fair housing issues like race, age, etc., although it certainly is eye candy.
We're just doing video and we're just having fun with it, and we're not trying to stereotype a particular buyer or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, Deb said, that guy's too young to own that house. But
I did.
Well, you got to remember, this is Orange County, and so young people own $1 million homes. It's just standard in Orange County.
Well, it made us oldies go, yeah, we should buy.
James wants, but a lot of people want to know, on average, what does it cost you to do this? Now, I know that's can't really answer that question because you bought all your equipment and you've got people in house. Is there anything you could say to that?
Yeah, it's really tough for me specifically to answer how much does that video cost. Okay, I can't really. Obviously, we don't own a helicopter. I don't own horses. And I don't have a fleet of Bentleys and Jaguars and Ferraris, right? So that's going to be a separate price all on its own. But for a lot of you out there that are listening that want to get into this, you could probably pull off a halfway decent video in like the $750 range or so if you maybe rented it and did it yourself. under $1,000 if you did it on your own and rented your own equipment.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm not counting your time.
Right.
But you could definitely, on multiple day shoots with actors and cars and helicopters, and you could be in the thousands.
Okay.
Thousands.
All right. Yeah. And then there are other people, Linda, Pam, Terry, they're asking very specific questions like about the tools and the cameras and what do you recommend. And to everyone who wants to know recommendations that are really good, we actually have 3 other webinars we've done on video. And we'd have Brian Copeland recommend video equipment and Michael Carissa. These are guys that know it inside and out. Raj is, as you can see, a high-end and more kind of luxury market. What's the lowest video you've ever done, lowest priced home video you've ever done?
Yeah, great question, Deb. So that video I was talking about earlier with the dog and the actress.
Yes.
We listed it for $300 and it sold for $340.
Because of the video, you think?
We really think it was because of the video. Yep.
Wow, 40 more thousand.
Yeah, and then the agent got 3 more listings in that same complex because of the video.
Oh, wow. So if you make $40,000 more on a house, you can definitely afford to pay a few $1,000s for a video.
I definitely agree with you. I think your client deserves that.
Okay. Even if it's a $200,000 house, would you recommend that?
Well, like I said earlier, on the $200,000 house, you may not be jumping in a helicopter or doing anything crazy like that, but you have a chance to shoot video in that home. Yeah. And it may not be a whole production with actors or anything like that, but you could easily shoot a video there and then do something involved with the community.
Right.
And then that would be some footage you have for other listings you get in that community as well.
Right. And you could go to a local college that has a theater course or a film course, and they would love to do this for you for probably half the price. Pennies of anyone else.
You could definitely find actors at local theater or high schools or colleges that would want to maybe be in the videos for sure.
Right.
Do you have to get approval rights if you're filming local businesses?
That's a good question.
We haven't had to deal with that so much. Really, depending on the lenses and things that we're doing, we're not so much focusing on people in the background or anything like that, but maybe like the food or the location, like mostly public stuff.
How do you track the ROI on the videos? What's the evidence that they're working well?
Well, a great example are just some of the ones we talked about today. So we had that 64 white sage, which we thought was about $750. We sold it for $825. So that was a $75,000 gain for those sellers. I mean, $75,000. I mean, how happy is that seller? How likely is that seller to refer you to all their family and all their friends?
Right.
Right? I mean, that's just proof.
Right. Raj, I have a question here because people are saying, if you don't have an in-house marketing staff, what would you budget? And I think you probably got to look at what is your marketing budget and what's your top priority, what has been your top priority in your marketing budget, and look at and see if it's been as effective as video can and should be. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It's something that we all struggle with. Like most agents don't want to spend a dime on anything.
Right.
They don't even want a website.
Right.
They don't even get on Facebook, and that's kind of sort of free in a sense.
Yeah, it is free.
Not free for us, but it's free for a lot of people. But I think that if you're serious about video and you're serious about raising the bar in your hyper-local area, that you'll do whatever it takes to get decent video out there, be consistent, be genuine, be intentional, and push it out.
Right. Right. I agree. And I think video, it used to be really important, and it still is, to take really good photos. And some agents know that, and they put the money out to do that. And a lot of agents don't. I think the same thing is now with video. I think you need to put it out to make a good video, get the SEO recognition, and also get an extra 10,000 up the price, an extra 10,000. That's what it seems like it can do.
Most agents want to get a listing, they want to get it signed, they want to get it up on the MLS the next day. That's not what we do.
Right.
I mean, it takes us 2 to 3 weeks with staging and videos and photo and getting the home absolutely perfect, because we would rather, and I preach about this to all our agents, we would rather do it right up front than have to change course of the ship 30, 60, 90 days later.
Right.
We would
right.
rather present the market and the consumer with a complete package with a ribbon and a bow on top than a half thought of plan that isn't going to get any traction.
Oh, that is great advice. So people tend to put it up immediately, their listings on the MLS, and you're saying wait until you're ready.
Yeah, and most associations make you, like our local association makes us, after a signed listing agreement, you have to be up on the market in 2 days. But we have a form called a seller exclusion from the MLS that allows you to put a date in there that says, hey, we have a signed listing agreement, but we're going to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we actually hit the MLS.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. That's a great piece of advice. And Raj, we've got to finish with you now and get to Joe, who has a whole bunch of information on how do you upload their video, as you have, Raj, to homes.com. So thank you. This has actually been really valuable for me, and a lot of people have been really enjoying it.
Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Mel.
Sure.
Thanks, Raj.
And Joe, are you there?
I am here, and that was some amazing stuff. And I'm only going to be about 5 minutes. And what I want to do is kind of continue off of what Raj said. I mean, Raj showed some unbelievable videos, and also I think the most important thing he did was showing. So you have to have a compelling reason to draw people in, and that really makes a big difference. And so he showed you all the tools about how to produce the videos, make the videos. What I want to do now is show you how to market the videos in different places other than just YouTube, to capture the buyers and sellers in places where they're not necessarily expecting it. It's so unique, something that's so unique, so new, that you've probably never seen it before. So I'm going to show you some really cool stuff in the next 5 minutes here. So there's some really awesome stuff, and I'm ready to go. You guys ready for me?
Yes, we are. Go ahead.
Here we go.
So what you're seeing right here, this is a Homes.com homepage, and if you haven't been on there lately, this is a brand new redesign that we just launched. And if you're familiar with website design, this is a parallax website. It's kind of like a smart website. So if you haven't been on there, I encourage you, go to Homes.com, play with it. You're going to notice a huge difference, and you're going to really like it. And we have 19 million visitors to our site every month, and they're loving this. The feedback we're getting is it's great. And what's good about that is it keeps them coming back, and it keeps them on our site for longer. And that's extremely, extremely important when you're talking about a major real estate portal. So what's really cool is everybody's looking at the exact same homepage. They see that homepage, they type in their favorite city or zip code, and they want to look for listings in their area. So all they have to do is click on search, and here comes their search. Now, what's really cool about this is that all the listings are there, and if you look up in the upper right-hand corner here, and also above the listings, you see a little ad. There's a banner ad up there, plus an ad to the right. And that's an ad that we launched about 7 months ago. It's called Local Ads. It's a product we launched. It's been wildly successful, so successful, in fact, that we've actually launched a mobile version a couple months ago. What we're going to talk about, though, is only the desktop version, because we have some new technology that we just launched not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, or even a week ago, that is going to take the power of video that, like Raj showed just now, and show you how to integrate it into ads just like this. And I'm going to show you that here in the next few minutes here. So what you've been able to do up until now on Homes.com is sponsor your favorite zip code or city, and then have your ad wrapped around the listings. And you can see they have a link to your website, your phone number, and then a unique call to action with a text box in there. And this is pretty unique anyway, because I can kind of ask you whatever I want. For instance, I can ask, how's the real estate market? Or I have a house to sell. Do you work in this area? Or I'm looking for something specifically in this school district. Can you help me out with that? So this has been a great, great spot for agents and brokers to be able to capture buyers and sellers for all of their real estate needs. But up until now, it's been exclusively a digital text form. Okay, so I go in there and I fill out my favorite information, which is great. But we can take this to a new level. Now, one of the cool things about this is I can type in whatever I want as far as text box, but in order for my message or my question to get through, there's a qualification process, and that is so necessary here. So I type in, I'm looking for houses in this school district. Now, what you just saw there was a lead capture form pops up. I have to fill out my name, email address, and phone number, and the email address has to be a valid one. It's validated instantaneously. So if it's a bogus email address, we immediately kick it out and say, please provide a valid email address. But once I provide this information, then my question can go through. You now get the lead, you now have the inside track on my business, and you can call me, email me to answer my question. So that's pretty cool, and that's what's been available up until now. But now I want to take the power of what Raj just showed you and show you how to integrate video into this awesome, awesome service here. Okay, so here's how this works. Going back to the home page here, typing in whatever city or zip code I want to, I type it right in here, and I click search. But now, instead of just getting the ad, I also have, in addition to the ad, I also have video below it, embedded right on it. So you can take a look at it. You see the video, and I'll point it out to you here. So I've got my call to action. I've got my phone number. I've got a link to my website. I even have my social media icons up here, as you can see. And so I can click on those to link to my social mediums. But now I've got a video right here. And all I have to do is press play. And when I press play, I've got your message. And right there, you're showing me and telling me why you're the neighborhood expert, why I should be working with you, what you bring to the table that other agents can't. Now, if that's not a unique selling proposition, if that doesn't give you competitive advantage, I don't know what will. I mean, think about this. Everything on these traditional websites, all these websites, it's all digital text. Here's a listing. Here's the ad, the information about it. Here's my phone number. But if I can put a video right next to the listings where I can give you a compelling reason about why I'm the neighborhood expert, what I specialize in, why you should work with me, that gives me a huge advantage over everybody else on this site. And that is what is possible today with local ads, is the power of video. So, and you're probably thinking, well, wow, between what Raj showed me and then what Joe's showing me here, sounds really complicated. You know, these building a video and then trying to embed a video into a digital platform. Boy, how do I do that? I'm going to show you how easy this is to do right now in just a few easy steps. So first thing you want to do is you want to be able to go into your homes.com profile. Now, if you haven't created one yet, and Mel, can we go back with one slide with that? If you have not created a homes.com profile yet, I encourage you to do so. First of all, it's free. You can create a profile today where you can upload your photo, your contact information, and you can even generate leads from your listings as a free customer. And we're the only site that does that. So it's a great opportunity for that, first of all. But second of all, when you become a paying customer, all this information just transfers right over. So you don't have to create a separate profile. You've got your same login, your same password. You log into your profile page, and then from there, you open up your dashboard, which if you're a paying customer, you're going to see your dashboard, all your apps that you have there. You simply go down to your My Homes app, and you click on the Homes profile. You can see with the arrow there. When you click on that, you go into your social networks, because we're going to be linking up with YouTube here for the video content. You click on the social networks. Now, once you've done this, hopefully you've connected all of your social networks. But this is what the Homes Connect gives you the availability to do, is you can go in and connect all of your social networks, like Facebook, like Twitter, LinkedIn, but also YouTube. And so when you connect your YouTube account, you can copy and paste video links right in there, and you can use these exact links to use for your ads in your local ads. So that's how easy it is to do. So let me just show you. So I go in here, I copy and paste the link from YouTube, and then I go into my ad builder. Now, the ad builder is inside your My Homes app. So that's the same app that we just were in. So you go in, and then you can see up here with your text, you can go in and add your text that you want in there, and you can put all that. And then down here, that's the ad that goes below your main ad. That's where we have the video. So you click on Video Ad, and then you just copy and paste the link, and that's it. That's how easy it is to be able to integrate video into your local ad. So step one is you get your favorite zip code or city. So you go in and you say, hey, I want to be in this city or this zip code. So you reserve that. You lock that up. Second of all, you say, okay, now I want to be able to build my customized ad. Then you worry about building your video. You can always put text in first, and I'll show you some other ideas. So while you're waiting to build your video, you can do things like this. You can have some regular, basic digital print ads here, so your digital media ads here. And some examples are this. So, for instance, your social networking links, whether you have video or not, you can link up Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. I click on one of those badges, I'm being taken right to your Facebook page or your Twitter page, wherever you want. So those can go in whether you have video or not. But also, if you have a lot of listings, there's a great opportunity here because you can put all your listings right in this carousel, and I can just slide through, click the arrows, and shuffle through your listings, click on a listing, and then be able to make an appointment right from Homes.com to see one of your listings. I can also customize my wording here, my call to action, but a couple words of advice is don't put too much wording in there. It gets too busy, and then it takes away from the impact of the ad itself. And then also, if you're a mortgage broker, we cater to mortgage brokers as well. You can also have your ads going that exact same place, but it's a mortgage ad. So you're not sharing. You don't have to worry about having 20 different mortgage brokers or 20 different realtors in there. It's only one or two, and you get a mortgage broker or a realtor or one of each, or it doesn't make a difference. But the main thing here is that there's a lot of potential. So you can use a regular ad, or you can also put a video ad in there. But the most important thing is get the location you want first, then worry about putting your video in there. Now, the pricing is like Google and Facebook. Mel, if you can go back one slide. We price it like Google and Facebook here on a cost per impression basis. That's one of the options with Google and Facebook. So, for instance, we have something that can fit everybody's budget. If your budget is only $50 a month, that's fine. We can tell you exactly how many times your ad will be seen for that $50. So if your budget is more, we can scale it up. If it's less, we can scale it down. So we have something to fit everyone's budget, so that's not to worry. All you have to do is find out, A, is my zip code or city available? And if so, how many impressions are available in that city, and how much will that cost? And if that's too much, let's scale it back. How much for this much? And when you call in, they'll be able to tell you all of that right on the spot. So you won't have any problem with being able to look up availability. But the key here is, again, lock up your favorite zip code or city, number one, and then you can worry about putting your videos in. And by the way, I know I've been going through this kind of fast, so one of the unique features here is that everybody who signs up, they get assigned their very own IT person within Homes.com. We call them business consultants. And what they'll do, you call in toll-free, they will help you out, walk you through the same process I just did to make sure your ads are up to your specifications and they look good and they're working properly on Homes.com. So not to worry there. We've got you covered. And also, I encourage you to connect with me. If you want some of the latest in real estate tech and marketing, you can connect with me on Facebook at facebook.com/joecesso.edutainer, or Twitter, simply @joecesso. But there's some great information. I look forward to connecting with all of you. And again, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity, Mel and Deb. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe. Great. So everyone, especially if you're a Homes.com user, good to get out there. You can see that Raj has his agent profile page up on Homes.com, so it's a really good thing to do. Again, Raj, thank you so much for a very classy presentation, and I love the video. I'm sorry for those who it didn't work for. A lot of you it did work for, so we will work with GoToWebinar to iron out any of the bugs, and we will continue to use this, so it's a great platform. To our listening audience...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you provide? I'm sure some of the members might want to have a number up there so they can call in if they're interested in. Oh yeah, it's up
there.
There
It is.
Okay.
It's up there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you want to follow up on the special offer, buy a local ad and receive one free featured listing, and call the number 888-518. No, it's not 518. It's 888-510-8795. And this special ends at the end of this week, August 2nd. So definitely...
we got one question.
What's that?
But I think it's going to have a sad answer for Al. Is Homes.com available in Canada yet, Joe?
We have some availability in. There are some parts in Canada, like Western Canada, like Vancouver area. You can find listings on Homes.com, but it's basically it's like any other portal. It comes down to how much that the MLSs are willing to share data with us, and so some MLSs are better than others. In Canada. In Western Canada, they're great about providing us with great information. You can go on Homes.com and look up listings in Vancouver, but as you move further east, you don't get as much. You don't get as many listings, and it's more sporadic there. So that's the answer for that one.
Okay, thank you, Joe. For everyone who wants to join the Facebook chat, that will begin in 13 minutes exactly. Do we have the screen for that, Mel, to show people?
We'll get that.
Go to Facebook facebook.com/HomesPro, like the page, and join the chat. I know some of you didn't get your questions answered, and Raj will be there to answer them. Next month, on the 21st of August, we have Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. They will be talking about their new book, which is an absolutely great book, The One Thing. I am almost done reading it, and it's not just inspiring for real estate agents, it's for everybody. No matter what you do, they have advice on how to be completely successful with the thing that you are most passionate about. So again, that's August 21st. Go to Secrets Webinar and sign up, and you will receive a free Stay Vacation download. Thanks again, everyone. Be sure to participate in our exit survey. I read everybody's responses. I really enjoy your feedback. And thanks to our awesome webinar team, Mel, Laura, Manly, Katie, Monica, Z, Gary, and Patty. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks, Mel.
Bye-bye. I'll keep these ads rolling because there's $500 folks can win. And, and lots of stuff. So we'll see you on the chat. See you next month.
Not what you send, it's that you do.
I don't sleep. All my emails are personalized.
My houses come up in the first
recording.
The more you
not to put all your eggs into one basket.
Keep those people remembering you. Give them what they're looking for.
But properly priced is the key.
I say, how can I do this different?
You know, we don't have a technology problem. We have a people problem. You have to build a relationship.
Secrets of Top Selling Agents